who have opened the email. So the other report is, this was the report 1, suppose, and here we have report 2. Identify subscribers who have opened an email from a particular job ID. In this report, what all things you have to give? You have to give to your management subscriber key, their email address, open date, time. 3 important things you have to give to your management. 3 important things you have to go and give it to your management. So again, we have an idea that we have to use SQL. How? Because this data is not present in any of the data extension. We have profile data extension whom we send emails every time. But that data extension does not contain the tracking behaviors of a subscriber. It do not contain how many people have opened for a particular job ID, how many people have clicked a link for a particular job ID, what are their open times, date and times. They don't have those data actually stored. So where this data we can identify? So guys, we can identify this data from some of the system tables inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud, which are the part of list-based data model. You cannot go and directly query a list. Rather, you have to query something like data views. Very important topic in Salesforce. What are data views? Data views are the system tables in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Data view stores a lot of information, like you create custom objects, data extensions, define relationships. Similarly, we have data views inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud, which are known as system objects. Those are also in relationship. All the list-based data model are part of system data views. You see them as a list inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud, but in the backend, they are part of a system data model, which is known as system data views. Let's understand more about data views. We understood that this is a system data model. Now, what all things are present inside our system data model? Inside our system data model, we have subscribers and subscriber behavioral related information. It contains those behaviors which are not stored inside a data extension. Rather, these are system generated behaviors. Like somebody opened an email, somebody clicked an email, system keeps a track of that. Somebody unsubscribed, system keeps a track on that. When is the open time? When customer opened, what is the date he opened, what is the time he opened? All these are captured by default in the system inside a job ID. So subscribers and subscriber related tracking data are part of system data views. Also list based data model like publication list, suppression list, normal subscribers list, all subscribers list are also part of system data views. So if you have to query anything related to a subscriber, whether it is their tracking behaviors or their publications, their suppressions, their all subscription statuses, you have to use a particular data model which is predefined by Salesforce Marketing Cloud, which are known as data views. Now, how to query a data view? To query a data view, you have to look what are the tables present inside the system data view. To have an overview of system data view tables, you have to type data views in SFMC on Google and hit enter. And you will get the first article by Salesforce. These tables are not visible by our naked eyes. Like you see data extensions, you cannot view the structure of data views within the system, but it can be accessed by a guide provided by Salesforce. So these this article is a complete guide on Salesforce system data views. For example, we see data view bounce. It gives information of people who have bounced. Unsubscribes gives information of people who have unsubscribed from a job ID. We have a click data view who have which has information about click behaviors of a particular subscriber. We have complaint data view. Many people mark you as a spam. We have complaint data view to get those details. We have FTAF, forward to a friend. Many people forward your email to a friend. System keeps a track on that. If you have to get that information, you can query this data view. Get any details about a job, when it was scheduled, when it ran, how many people it sent. You have a job data view. You have list subscribers data view to query any list inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud, whether it is a publication list, whether it is a suppression list, whether it is an all subscribers list. What kind of list you have? You have list subscribers data view. You have open data view to capture open events. When the customer opened, how many times customer opened, what is the date and time customer opened a particular email, was it a unique open or a duplicate open. Each and everything we will be capturing in open data view. We have sent data view, when the email was sent, which domain it was sent, what is the sent date and time. All those details are present in sent data view. We have subscribers data view to check subscribers present in different business units. We have as data views related to SMS, unsubscribes. So almost each and everything about a subscriber is present inside the system data views. So now, as per our problem statement, we have to identify who have opened an email from a particular job ID. The job ID we have to consider is this. We have to identify how many people have opened a particular email inside from a job ID. So now what we have to see is, we have to see how many people have opened is a main criteria inside this problem statement. If we identify the main criteria inside this problem statement, which is open, what we have to do next is we have to find an appropriate data view. How to find that appropriate data view? It is very simple. You have to identify how many people have opened a particular job. That means you have to straight away go and open a data view, which is open data view. Open this data view article. Now, once you open this data view article, you get all those attributes which are part of this data view. You have all those attributes which are part of this data view. So now our problem statement again, we want subscriber key, we want email address, we want open date and time. So subscriber key is this present in open data view. Let's identify. Subscriber key is present in open data view. So we will write here, it can be identified from open data view. Open data view. Now again it says email address. Let's identify if email address is a part of open data view table. So we will look here, email address, and we don't find email address as part of open data view. That means one part of our report cannot be fetched from open data view, which is subscriber's email address. Let's see the third one, open date and time. If date and time of the event is present, date and time, that means event date is present. Date and time means event date is present. So event date is present in open data view. So now two attributes can easily be fetched from open data views. But what about email address? So now to find an email address, you know that whenever a subscriber is created inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud, it has subscription status present in all subscribers, right? If it has subscription status in all subscribers, that means there has to be a data view from where we can query the subscription status. So that data view which we can use to query the subscription status would be, let's identify, we have list subscribers data view. Inside this list subscribers data view, you have email address attribute. To view subscribers on list in your account, query list subscribers data view. Okay. List ID and subscriber ID are indexed fields. So we can almost query any type of list inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And we also have one more type of data view, which is subscribers. List subscribers supports lists like publication list, suppression list, normal list, forward to a friend list, any unknown list, but it does not contain all subscribers list. So what we will do, we have a different data view called subscribers. Inside this subscribers, we also have email address. What is a subscribers data view? To view email subscribers and their status. That means all email subscribers. That means you can query all subscribers. Subscribers attributes aren't available. The data view only return results at the enterprise level and not the child business unit. So this data view which we have to query is from enterprise level. That means this is a child business unit. Our enterprise level business unit is this. I told you all subscriber is a shared list across Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And if you have to query all subscribers, you have to query the enterprise level of all subscribers list. Now, how to query an enterprise level of a data, we will see that. But we have identified that subscribers data view will be giving us email address, and that is also we have to query the enterprise level of subscribers. Subscribers are shared with business units but can only be queried from parent. You will get some instances where you have to query data extensions from child business units, or from child business units you have to query a data extension from parent business unit. The same condition is here. We are working in a child business unit, but all subscribers we have to query from the parent business unit. That is why we have written enterprise. So guys, what all things we got? We got our data views from where we have to build this report. We have to identify how many people have opened, their email address, subscriber key, and event date we have to get. So the first thing what we have to do is we have to go and we have to create a target data extension. We have to go and create a target data extension where we will be storing the data view results. So to create a target data extensions, we'll go to data extensions option, search our folder. Once we went here, we will click on create option, data views, report, we will name it, click next. We will define subscriber key, email address with data type email, and event date when that event occurred. So also guys, whatever attributes you see here has a data type as well. So suppose if you want to have subscriber key from open data view, okay, then it has given a data type text, and it is important to have the same data type available. Similarly, email address had data type email inside, so we have kept. Similarly, event date has a data type date, so we have to keep date here. Don't miss with the data types. We can click on create option. Once we create a target data extension, the second thing we have to work is on automation. Inside this automation, we will drag and drop another query activity specifically for data views. Data views report. Click next option. Data views report. Now here we have to write query, but let's bring out whatever fields we have to get from our resultant data extension. From our resultant data extension, we have 3 attributes to bring. Now we will have select, subscriber key, and event date can be found from which data view? Open data view. So now how system will differentiate if you have to query a data extension or a data view? If you have to query a data extension, you can just straight away write its name. But when you have to query a data view, for system to understand that it has to look for a data view, we have to use a prefix called underscore. So we will use underscore open so that system understands underscore open is a data view. Now select subscriber key and event date from underscore open data view. Let's suppose we call it as O. So we will have O dot, and here also we will have O dot. Then what we have to do? We have to identify email address from underscore subscribers data view. From underscore subscribers data view. But this underscore subscribers data view can only be queried from enterprise. So we have to write a prefix ent dot. Whenever you have to query something from enterprise, from the parent account, then you have to use a prefix called ent dot. Remember this. If you have to query something from a parent business unit, that means an enterprise level, you have to use ent dot. So, and data views are also in relation. How? Open data view contains subscriber key, and subscribers data view also contains subscriber key. Subscribers data view also contain subscriber key. So we can define a relation, join ent dot underscore subscribers as on O dot subscriber key equal to S dot subscriber key, and email address we can get from S dot email address. We'll click on validate. But this will give you a master data of all the job IDs. We have to get data from a particular job ID. So in open data view, we have one more attribute named as job ID, where we can apply some filter. Where O dot job ID equal to this. If you don't apply a where clause, you will get a heads up from Salesforce Marketing Cloud. This heads up is just to tell you that you can use a where clause to filter out results. If you don't use where clause, there are thousands of job IDs inside our tracking folder. It would give everything. Data views will only give results for last 6 months, guys. So in last 6 months, whatever jobs you have deployed will be queried automatically from this data view. So we have to make sure we apply a where clause, but it is not necessary to have. But to limit the data, you have to apply a where clause, because any query can run about 30 minutes. If query is taking more than 30 minutes of time, it will get errored out, it will get timed out, then nothing will come. So these are the two limitations of query activity. The first is, if you use query on data view, it can fetch only about 6 months of data. And the second is, a query can run about 30 minutes. If it exceeds 30 minutes of time frame, it will get error out. And these two tricky questions would be asked in your interviews. What are the limitations of SQL activity? So now once we have defined the filter, we'll click on validate syntax again. And as we have defined where clause, Salesforce has approved that our query is fine. We can click on next option. We can select the data extension where we have to override. Data views report, click next and finish. Now this data is coming solely purely from our data views, which are system tables. System tables also follow relational mechanism. Only list based data model is a non-relational data model, but list is a part of system data views, which is a relational data model. So both system and custom data models are relational in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Custom means data, contact based data model, and system data models means data views. List is a part of system data model. So to query any list, we have to work with data views. So let it run and let's see if it is able to give us the results. So we got those subscribers who have, opened those emails. So if you look here, job ID, total people were sent 8 and 4 people have opened the email. And those people who have opened that job ID, their subscriber keys, email address and date and times are reflected here. So that is how we have to use data views. Whenever you have to query a tracking data, you consider